back again with another drive home review and the sun in our face because we went to an early showing.
Yeah, we went during the day, so we don't have to use lights. We
there
have
you
the
go.
sun, and we saw Black Adam. We actually went to the theater.
Yay!
Yeah.
Honestly, overall,
it was fun.
It was fun. It had its moments. I don't know the character from the comic books.
Yes, we have no idea.
I have no back history, no nothing. So honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I've seen worse. We've seen worse.
Well, it's no multiverse of madness, that's for sure. Or no, not multiverse of madness. What was that other schlock that we forgot about? Thor.
Oh yeah.
I mean, infinitely better than Thor. However, of course, spoilers as we get blinded by the sun.
Yes.
Yeah, so spoilers, but it was better than some of the recent Marvel bollocks crap that's been coming out.
Yeah. Although you could see there were elements of what they've tried to pull from the Marvel movies. Like there was a little bit of the whole, like the what is it? Baby Come Back song thing.
Yeah, the music
there were a couple
selections and such.
Couple little things here and there that kind of like were like, oh, I can see that was something that they tried because Marvel does it, you know?
Well, they kind of did that in Suicide Squad.
Yes.
To a certain degree of success, or not. Though, this, up front, the movie is... I mean, it plays off the origin story trope, so it just played the same exact plot points of origin stories of sorts, and you just knew everything that was going to happen, as it was going on. And what they did do is what all Marvel movies are doing now, where they're putting too many characters in the movie. So none of them have enough time to develop properly.
Yeah.
And that's something that's becoming really frustrating in almost all the comic book movies nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely certain aspects of it that, that probably weren't really the best. And I agree with you. There were moments like at the end when, they put him in prison and everything, and you're like, oh, he'll be back in like 10 minutes. That's good.
Yeah.
It's like, why even bother? Why did we bother going through this,
Such a waste of time.
Yes. But, I mean, overall, again, I didn't mind the movie. I mean...
No, I didn't. I mean, The Rock was still just basically Angry Rock.
Yeah, he was definitely Angry Rock the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of learning where his character came from, it made a little bit more sense. I didn't realize that Black Adam was part of the whole Shazam grouping, though.
Well, I figured as much based off the lightning bolt on his chest that he had to be a Shazam person.
I don't know.
Superhero? I don't know,
but it made sense as to why the Shazam trailer was in front of it.
Yes. Yeah. I don't just want to knock on all the negatives because it was a CGI crap fest. It's just everything was overblown. Although I did feel they tried to dial back some of the city destruction.
No, they didn't.
I felt a little bit. I mean, it wasn't Man of Steel nonsense.
No, there was plenty of destruction in this thing. Honestly, yeah. I mean, if they drew back a little bit, it was like tiny.
I don't know. I felt that I don't think it was nearly as bad as other movies have been in regards to like collateral damage. Now, when it came to when Adam was defeating and fighting, is like, yeah, there was a lot of that. But I didn't feel, they were like knocking over skyscrapers and things like that, so there's that. And it's just,
well, the city didn't really have any skyscrapers.
Not too much.
I mean, they destroyed her building thoroughly.
The other thing that was really weird and threw me off is just like the tech leap. If this is taking place in the same realm as Justice League, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, I mean, the tech was just huge.
Well, what is it? I guess they can't use vibranium, so they had to use, what is it?
Ethereum? I thought. Eternium. I was like, when did we get to He-Man?
I don't know, but either way, that was weird.
I thought that was awkward.
But I mean, I guess because they used that Eternium stuff, it was able to power their spike things. I'm like, but I agree. I'm like, where is this tech coming from? And that was the only tech in like the whole show.
Well, you had
and then his little bubble thing.
You had the you had all of was it Hawkman? Was it Hawkman? His tech. I'm just like, oh my god. I mean, Bats doesn't even have this kind of tech.
That's true.
I was just like, this is ridiculous. I didn't know Hawkman was that rich, that so far advanced. Now, yeah, he had Waller behind him, but oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because, again, going back to what I said before about too many characters, is there was enough little building blocks that if these were separate movies, they had a separate movie to set up the Justice Society or whatever, the Justice League Light or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And then you had the Black Adam storyline.
Yes.
You would have had something better because I generally liked the characters and more or less how they were portraying them, although I really thought Pierce Brosnan, was it Dr. Fate? I thought he was going to become the villain by the end of it.
Oh, that could have been a possibility.
I was waiting for that, so I was kind of pleased it didn't happen.
Well, Dr. Fate, I believe, if I recall the tiny bits, that helmet, it's true when she said, that the helmet only lets certain people touch it and it will find a new master, which is the next thing that's probably going to pop up at some point. I mean, because if I recall correctly, in either what is it? Not Teen Titans, but what was the other one? Just Teen Justice? No.
Justice. Oh, I know what you mean. Young Justice.
Young Justice, that's it. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember the name. But yeah, I think that what is it? Was it his daughter or something that actually had the helmet at some point?
I don't
remember, but
I don't know, because I liked the characters there and some of the
interactions.
The interactions is like the interactions between Fate and Hawkman, and even the Ant-Man guy and Whirlwind Chica.
You mean Atom Smasher?
Atom Smasher. And,
although that was a dumb name, but I don't
remember her name. It's just although her character and her costume and look was kind of cool.
Yeah, I did like her costume. I liked her look. The only thing that was kind of silly or kind of threw us off, I think, a couple of times was the fact that, when she's out there whirlwinding it out, her hair is like all over the place. And then
5 seconds later.
5 seconds later, she's in the cockpit or whatever, and it's all nice and braided and everything again. And then 5 seconds later, she's jumping out the ship and it's all free again. So I mean, it's
nanotech.
I guess so. Nanotech is even in the hair, which is amazing.
But it's just disappointing. And the thing with the movie is it's nonstop. It's just the dialogue sections are so brief to get to the next action scene. I'm like, you could have dialed back and skipped the next action scene so we can have more character development and plot development.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like the villain was one note. You kind of figured he was the antagonist and the villain from the opening scene.
Yes.
And, in even the opening, you can feel it was just, before Black Adam shows up, you could just tell her, just get there, just get there, just get there, just get there, just get there. Okay, he's here.
And now it's just next fight, next fight,
I was just sitting there going,
next
the whole intro, I'm sitting there just waiting. I was like, they're just trying to get Black Adam on screen. Just patience. But no, it was the whole movie is that pace. And even at times, the music didn't let up. When they were on the plane later in the movie, when Fate and Hawkman were talking and they were trying to Fate was having they were having a tender moment. The music at the background, I'm like, this is the wrong scene that this music is a piece of, because the music was still moving forward. It was trying to be emotional, but the underlying current of the movie was still just what's going on here?
Yeah.
So
I mean, there were definitely points
there were
that it
things
needed
like that.
to fix, and then
music was just kind of there. It was forgettable, but
overall, though, I mean, it was a fun jaunt. Definitely good for matinee. You know.
yeah, I would matinee it. It's not something that I would go. Yeah, it's not something I'm gonna go like, oh my god, go see it. Unlike the prior Marvel things, where it's like, don't see it. This is fun to see. It is. It's fun.
Yeah, and it will be interesting because I mean, I guess with the new DC regime and everything, that we might actually see a little bit more of this later on. So
maybe there could be. Yeah.
And obviously, this was a passion project, I guess, for Rock. So
Yes,
it was nice to see it finally come to fruition, and I wish him well for it. You know, and like I said, I mean, it wasn't as bad as what I was expecting.
No, the reviews were trashing it, but overall, I was just like, it was fun, it was enjoyable. Yeah, more leave your brain at the door, but it wasn't
horrific.
It wasn't Thor, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So let's take that as a win, shall we?
Yes.
Let's take that as a win.
So on to the next movie.
On to the next one, which probably for us is Black Panther.
Or whatever.
Back to Marvel.
Oh, goody.
A little worried.
Yes, very worried.
I'm a little
we'll
bit more hopeful that one might be better. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. So,
Catch you at the next flick.
thanks for watching.
Bye.